Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at 7 cheap hybrid SUVs that never break down. Number 7. Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. The Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid is the kind of SUV that refuses to die, even if you try really hard. Built like a tank with the heart of a monk, this hybrid runs with Toyota's signature 2-liter 4-cylinder engine paired with their proven hybrid tech. It sips gas so gently you'd think it feels guilty about it. Expect an impressive EPA rating of around 42 miles per gallon combined. That's not just frugal, that's I'll skip a gas station road trip level frugal. Priced at around $28,000, the Corolla Cross Hybrid isn't just affordable, it's suspiciously good for the money. It's backed by Toyota's famous reliability, which isn't just hype. It regularly scores above 85 out of 100 in J.D. Power's reliability ratings and gets near top marks in Consumer Reports' reliability surveys. Owners have racked up over 250,000 miles on older Toyota hybrids without major issues, and this one's following in those dependable tire tracks. You could basically hand this car down like a family recipe, except the only ingredient is never breaks down. Maintenance, oil filters, and tire rotations, that's it. Mechanics might start to miss you. Overall, the Corolla Cross Hybrid is not trying to impress with horsepower or leather seats. It's here to outlive your last 3 cars, laugh in the face of surprise repairs, and maybe make you forget where your mechanic's shop is. If you're the type who just wants a cheap, reliable 2025 hybrid SUV that does its job and never complains, well, this is the one. Number 6. Hyundai Venue Hybrid. The Hyundai Venue Hybrid is like that one coworker who shows up early, stays late, never complains, and somehow still costs less than expected. Coming in at just about $24,000, the 2025 Venue Hybrid is one of the most affordable ways to get your hands on an efficient SUV that doesn't believe in drama. It offers a solid 40 miles per gallon combined, which means your fuel budget gets to go on vacation. Don't be fooled by its compact size. It's built with Hyundai's newer hybrid tech that's already proving to be more reliable than half the phones we've owned. While it's still fresh in the hybrid game, the Venue shares parts with Hyundai's proven systems, and early reports show reliability scores in the high 70s to low 80s out of 100. That's better than most first dates and definitely more consistent. This thing is practically allergic to breakdowns. Owners report very few issues even after 100,000 miles, and given Hyundai's industry-leading warranty, 10 years or 100,000 miles on the powertrain, it's clear they're not expecting it to quit anytime soon. You might end up passing it down to someone who still won't need to visit a mechanic. Overall, the Venue Hybrid is what happens when affordable meets reliable and decides to wear sensible shoes. No breakdown drama, no surprise expenses. Just a cheap hybrid SUV that shows up every morning with coffee and keeps running until you forget what car trouble feels like. Number 5. Mazda CX-50 Hybrid. The Mazda CX-50 Hybrid walks into the hybrid SUV scene with a straight face and a mission: outlast everything else in your garage without asking for attention. Priced around $29,000, it isn't trying to be the cheapest on the lot, but it sure makes up for it by being one of the toughest. With a predicted reliability score sitting solidly at 83 out of 100, and a hybrid system that borrows heavily from Mazda's bulletproof engineering, this SUV is basically allergic to breakdowns. It's the kind of car that doesn't complain about long commutes, extreme weather, or questionable maintenance habits. People have seen these things roll past 280,000 miles like they're stretching their legs. With fuel economy hovering around 38 miles per gallon combined, you'll also be keeping a respectful distance from gas pumps. Unless you miss the smell of gasoline, in which case, sorry. What really makes the CX-50 Hybrid stand out is how little it asks in return. No weird sensor tantrums, no midlife crises at 100,000 miles, no surprise repair bills that make your credit card sweat. You could probably forget to wash it for a year, and it would still politely start every morning without passive-aggressive warning lights. Overall, the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid is the kind of SUV you get if you value peace of mind over gadgets and gimmicks. It's the strong, silent type, the dependable commuter that treats reliability like a personal code. If cars were coworkers, this would be the one who never calls in sick and always brings their own lunch. Number 4. Kia Sportage Hybrid. The Kia Sportage Hybrid is that rare combination of durability and thriftiness that makes other SUVs feel like overpriced drama queens. Starting at around $28,000, this compact hybrid manages to look sharp while staying unfazed by the usual car complaints, busted sensors, mystery noises, or sudden thirst for engine oil. None of that here. With a reliability score of 84 out of 100, this SUV is like that one student who always turned in homework early and never needed tutoring. It's built to last well beyond 300,000 miles if you treat it like a car and not a bumper car. And with fuel efficiency landing at an impressive 42 miles per gallon in the city, the Sportage Hybrid makes your wallet feel like it's on vacation. You'll drive for weeks without even thinking about refueling, and you won't be lining up at the mechanics either, unless you're just there for moral support. Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty is like a long-term relationship with zero drama, and the hybrid system is well-tested, responsive, and not prone to the kind of existential crises other hybrids suffer after a few years. Everything about it is designed to be predictable in the best way possible. It starts. It drives, it stops. Repeat for decades. Overall, the Kia Sportage Hybrid is the SUV that quietly laughs in the face of maintenance costs. It doesn't make noise, doesn't cause stress, and definitely doesn't show up in your nightmares with a glowing dashboard. Number 3. Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid is the automotive equivalent of that one overachiever who never brags but somehow always wins. Priced at about $31,000, it's not the cheapest hybrid SUV on the market, but it's one of the few that gives you long-term peace of mind without sneaking expensive surprises into your calendar. With a reliability score hovering around 84 out of 100, it's no fluke. This SUV is built to stick around well past 300,000 miles, especially if you remember to change the oil and don't treat potholes like hobbies. Hyundai packed it with a hybrid setup that's solid, proven, and surprisingly efficient, hitting close to 38 miles per gallon in the city. It means your gas budget can finally stop living in constant fear, and that weekly trip to the pump becomes more like a monthly social visit. Mechanics tend to stare at the Tucson Hybrid like a boring book, nothing to diagnose, nothing to fix. It's stable, consistent, and refuses to throw tantrums even when the mileage starts climbing into triple digits. The real charm is how little it fusses. No dramatic failures. No random warning lights flickering like a haunted house. Just dependable commuting and road trips where the only breakdown is the one in your playlist. Overall, the Hyundai Tucson Hybrid isn't trying to reinvent the hybrid SUV. It's just trying to last longer than your last 3 smartphones combined, and it usually succeeds. Number 2. Honda CRV Hybrid. The Honda CRV Hybrid is like that quiet overachiever who never brags but somehow outlasts everyone else in the group. Starting at around $34,000, it's not the cheapest hybrid SUV out there, but what you're really paying for is freedom from drama. With a rock-solid reliability score of 82 out of 100 and a history of Hondas regularly living past 300,000 miles, this one's not here for a short-term fling, it's in it for the long haul. Fuel economy is no joke either. It pulls in close to 43 mpg in the city, which means gas station visits feel more like rare events than part of your weekly routine. And while other hybrids sometimes decide to surprise you with mystery noises or sensor meltdowns, the CRV Hybrid just keeps its head down and gets the job done. It's so reliable mechanics might start to miss you. What makes the CRV Hybrid such a unicorn is how little attention it demands. It doesn't freak out at high mileage, it doesn't develop weird electrical quirks, and it doesn't send you on parts scavenger hunts. As long as you're doing the basics, oil changes, tire rotations, not launching it off cliffs, it will happily roll into 6-digit mileage without so much as a cough. Overall, the Honda CRV Hybrid is the SUV that doesn't try to impress with gimmicks. If you want a hybrid that won't empty your wallet or your patience, this one's the kind of reliable that makes even your old toaster blush. Number 1. Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is the SUV that just doesn't quit. Priced at around $32,000, it's not trying to be the bargain bin option. It's trying to be the one that still runs like new when your kids are old enough to drive it. With a legendary reliability score of 85 out of 100 and Toyota's long history of building hybrids that refuse to break, the RAV4 Hybrid is basically the cockroach of the SUV world in the best way possible. It cranks out nearly 41 mpg in the city, which means you can wave goodbye to frequent gas stops and those pump-induced wallet cries. This thing was built to last. Owners regularly see it sail past 300,000 miles without melting down, breaking up, or making a scene. And let's not forget, it's part of Toyota's hybrid lineup, the same people who practically wrote the book on hybrid reliability. While other hybrids are having midlife crises at 120,000 miles, the RAV4 Hybrid is just getting warmed up. It doesn't try to be your tech-savvy, overly sensitive ride. It's more like the no-nonsense car that just keeps showing up, year after year, oil change after oil change, without begging for attention or repairs. Overall, the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is not flashy, not needy, and definitely not fragile. If your goal is to drive something that works today, next year, and probably well into the next decade, this is the one that just keeps going like it has something to prove. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.